Last month, a fully loaded Ram 1500 with a Hurricane engine rolled off the dealership lot at $68,000, and 6 months later, the owner couldn't unload it for $45,000 because nobody wants to play guinea pig with an unproven powertrain. At the same time, Ford continues moving F-150 PowerBoost Hybrids off dealer floors, even though Consumer Reports has crowned it the least reliable vehicle in America 3 years running. These are 13 trucks that only stupid people buy, and if you're eyeing any of them, what you're about to hear might save you from the biggest financial mistake of your life.
Number 13. Nissan Frontier 2025. The Frontier proves that old doesn't mean reliable. This is one of the oldest designs in the mid-size truck segment, and conventional wisdom says older platforms have the bugs worked out, but conventional wisdom is wrong. Consumer Reports data shows two big problems with this truck, starting with an infotainment system that has a life of its own. The system freezes, reboots randomly, and sometimes refuses to connect to phones. But you can live with a bad infotainment system. The second problem is worse because rattles and build quality concerns run throughout the entire truck. Paint chips easier than eggshells, according to owners. Interior pieces vibrate and buzz at highway speeds, and it's the kind of stuff that drives you insane on your daily commute. This truck has been on the market in essentially the same form for years, and Nissan still hasn't fixed basic quality issues. The Frontier sits in a weird spot where it's cheaper than competitors, which looks attractive on the sticker, but there's a reason it's cheaper. You're getting a truck that feels its age in all the wrong ways. So, if you're considering a Frontier because you think the ancient design means proven reliability, the data says think again.
Number 12. Jeep Gladiator 2025. The Gladiator is what happens when you take a Wrangler, stretch it, add a bed, and call it a truck. Except you're paying truck prices for Jeep reliability, which Consumer Reports rates below average across the board. The data shows two big problems dragging down reliability scores, though both Jeep and Consumer Reports stay vague about specifics. What we know from owner experiences is that the Gladiator costs more than it should compared to more reliable alternatives, and you're paying a premium for the Jeep badge and the removable top while getting a shorter bed than rivals and worse reliability. Here's the Gladiator paradox at work. It's not the best Wrangler because the added length hurts off-road capability, and it's not the best truck because the bed is compromised to maintain Wrangler proportions. The vehicle exists in a middle ground where it excels at nothing except looking cool, which gets expensive when reliability problems start piling up. If you want a Wrangler, buy a Wrangler, and if you need a dependable truck, buy literally anything else on the market. The Gladiator is for people who want a lifestyle vehicle that happens to have a bed, not people who need a truck they can count on.
Number 11. Chevrolet Colorado and GMC Canyon 2025. GM redesigned these twins for 2023, and early returns are not promising at all. Battery drain issues frustrated early owners with trucks sitting dead in driveways because the electrical system couldn't manage itself overnight. A recall came out for automatic emergency braking that could activate unexpectedly, even at highway speeds. So imagine doing 70 on the interstate when your truck decides to slam on the brakes for a ghost. Consumer Reports gives these twins thumbs down for electrical accessories, body hardware, and paint and trim, while owners report noises and leaks. The powertrain seems to be improving, which is good, but everything around the powertrain is falling apart, which is bad. Here's the context that matters most. Chevrolet ranks 16 out of 22 brands in Consumer Reports' overall brand rankings, while GM ranks 20th, and that's not a confidence builder. When you buy a Colorado or Canyon, you're not just buying a truck, but buying into GM's current quality problems. The 2015 Colorado racked up 302 NHTSA complaints and 8 recalls, including one where the hood could pop open while driving, affecting 118,000 vehicles. The 2023 redesign was supposed to fix all that, but instead it brought new problems. Early adopters are beta testers, except they paid $40,000 to $50,000 for the privilege.
Number 10. 2025 Ram 1500 Hurricane Inline 6 models. 2025 is the year Ram killed the Hemi, and the beloved 5.7-liter V8 is gone. replaced by the 3.0-liter Hurricane inline-6 twin-turbo in both standard output and high-output versions. Ram claims the Hurricane has been in Jeep products for a few years, which is technically true but deliberately misleading, because being in a Jeep Grand Cherokee is not the same as being in a full-size truck. The duty cycles are different, the towing loads are different, and the expectations are different. Ram is asking buyers to trust an unproven powertrain in truck applications. History says that's a terrible bet, because first-year powertrains in trucks are always risky. They haven't been stress-tested by hundreds of thousands of owners towing trailers in summer heat and winter cold. The bugs haven't been found and fixed, and you're the guinea pig, except you paid $50,000 to $70,000 for the experience. Ram sales numbers for 2024 were poor, partly due to the aging design, but mostly because truck buyers don't want to give up their V8s for a twin-turbo 6 that might be great, but probably has teething problems. The DT Generation 1500 Classic, the old model with the Hemi, has been discontinued, so you can't even get the proven engine anymore.
Number 9. Ford F-150 Lightning 2025. Ford's electric F-150 should have been a home run because the formula was simple. Take America's best-selling vehicle, make it electric, and keep everything that makes the F-150 great. Instead, Consumer Reports named the Lightning among the least reliable vehicles in 2024 with a reliability score of 28 out of 100, which is lower than the gas-powered F-150 that Consumer Reports rates as the most reliable full-size truck. Think about that for a second. Ford took their most reliable truck platform and made it less reliable by adding electric motors and batteries. The 2022 and 2023 models have the most recalls and owner complaints, according to NHTSA data, and the irony is painful. Ford generally produces reliable vehicles. The standard F-150 proves they know how to build a dependable truck, and the Mustang Mach-E has improved enough to rejoin Consumer Reports' recommended list. But the Lightning, the truck that was supposed to prove electric pickups could replace gas trucks, can't match the reliability of the vehicle it's based on. If you want an electric truck and you're set on Ford, wait and let them figure this out. If you want a reliable F-150, the gas versions with proven powertrains are right there on the same dealer lot, and they actually work. Number 8. Chevrolet Silverado EV 2025. $73,100. That's the starting price for the 2025 Silverado EV. And for that Mercedes-level money, you get what multiple automotive outlets have called the ugliest pickup truck available for the 2025 model year, along with suspension issues and drive-by-wire system problems. Consumer Reports gives the Silverado EV a predicted reliability score of 2 out of 5 for combustion powertrains and 1 out of 5 for electrified models, which means GM is charging premium prices for trucks with budget reliability. The standard range battery option is coming eventually to get the price under $50,000, but that doesn't fix the fundamental problems like drive-by-wire systems that glitch and suspension components that fail prematurely, the kind of issues that make you wonder if anyone at GM actually tested these trucks before shipping them. You're paying $73,000 for a vehicle described as poorly executed, and that's not a value proposition, that's a warning. Number 7. Rivian R1T 2025. The Rivian R1T deserves credit for being the first mass-produced electric pickup truck, which is a genuine achievement, but it also deserves criticism for scoring 22 out of 100 on Consumer Reports' reliability ratings for 2024. Being first to market doesn't count for much when your truck spends more time at the service center than in your driveway. The recall history tells the story better than anything else. 2022 models, the first full production year, had the most problems, including airbags that might not deploy properly in a crash, and an auto hold or park feature that could fail, allowing the vehicle to roll away unintentionally. 2025 models are still getting recalls for basic stuff like external lighting, where headlights and front turn signals fail to function. Professional reviews praise the R1T's capability, cargo space, and innovative features, but owners responding to Consumer Reports surveys tell a different story. The disconnect between what automotive journalists experience with carefully prepared press vehicles and what actual owners experience at 30,000 miles is massive. Number 6. Nissan Titan XD Diesel 2019. Here's the truck that couldn't even survive a professional automotive magazine's long-term test. And the Nissan Titan XD with a Cummins 5.0-liter diesel sounds great on paper because Cummins makes bulletproof diesels, right? Except this one stranded Car and Driver's test truck multiple times at just 27,000 miles with a failed fuel injector, EGR valve failure, body control module problems, dramatic engine coolant leaks, and transmission issues. This wasn't some abused work truck either, but a professionally maintained long-term test vehicle that spent more time in the shop than on the road. When automotive journalists who test hundreds of vehicles can't keep your truck running, that's not bad luck, that's a pattern. The Titan XD exists in what Car and Driver called the gray space between half-ton and heavy-duty trucks and seems lost in that no man's land. You pay a diesel premium but get worse towing capacity than competitors. You get heavy-duty fuel costs without heavy-duty capability, and the resale value's cratered because word got out. Nobody wants a used diesel that might need $5,000 in repairs before it hits 50,000 miles.
Number 5. 2024 Nissan Titan Final Year. Speaking of Nissan trucks with problems, the 2024 Titan is the final year of production. And there's an old rule in the automotive world that says, never buy the first year of a redesign and never buy the last year of a discontinued model. The 2024 Titan proves why that rule exists because brand new trucks are requiring complete engine replacements within the first 1,000 miles. One owner on Titan Talk reported buying a 2024 Pro 4X that threw a low oil pressure warning on day 9. The truck got towed to the dealership where Nissan engineers determined it needed a complete engine replacement. And we're talking 9 days, not 9 months, 9 days. But the widespread problem is the transmission, where owners report violent lurching and surging when coming to a stop. The truck jerks forward hard enough that multiple owners report nearly rear-ending the car in front of them. They take it to the dealer, and the response is, it's just the characteristics of the truck. Except owner forms show this has been a known issue since 2021, and Nissan has been promising a fix that never materializes. If you're thinking about picking up a smoking deal on a leftover Titan, understand that you're buying a truck the manufacturer gave up on.
Number 4. Toyota Tundra 2025. This one hurts because Toyota built their truck reputation over decades, and the Tundra was the reliable choice, the truck that ran forever, the one you bought when you wanted the opposite of domestic truck problems. Then came the 2022 redesign, and Toyota threw away 50 years of goodwill in one spectacular faceplant. Consumer Reports 2025 data shows the Tundra as the least reliable full-size truck. So read that again, because Toyota has the least reliable truck. The company that made bulletproof Hiluxes that Top Gear couldn't kill now makes trucks that need engine replacements before the warranty expires. The problem started immediately, with owners reporting build quality concerns and an infotainment system that glitched constantly. Then came the big one, an engine recall for machining debris that could cause complete engine failure. And this affected 2022 to 2023 non-hybrid models. We're talking about metal shavings left in engines from the factory, the kind of quality control failure that should never happen to Toyota. Multiple owners, including one who posts on Pickup Truck Talk, reported the same issues, and Toyota acknowledged the problems and said they're working on it, but progress is slow. Translation means Toyota rushed the 2022 redesign to market before it was ready, and now they're trying to fix it on the fly while owners suffer. Before we get to the top 3, if this list is saving you from a terrible decision, hit that subscribe button, because we're exposing the trucks dealers hope you never research, and your next video might save you even more money.
Number 3. Tesla Cybertruck 2025. Let's talk about a truck that shouldn't need an introduction, but unfortunately needs 8 recalls to explain itself. Because in just 15 months, the Tesla Cybertruck has been recalled 8 separate times. Not software patches, not over-the-air updates. These are bring it to the service center now problems. And every single one of them exposes something deeper. A truck rushed onto the road long before it was ready. The first recall? A catastrophic oversight.
The accelerator pedal pad can pop loose, wedge itself under the interior trim, and pin the pedal to the floor. Not a glitch, not a calibration issue. That's unintended acceleration, the kind investigators classify as a vehicle safety failure, not a minor defect. Recall 2 was almost embarrassing. A windshield wiper motor controller that fails. In 2025, Tesla struggled with technology the industry mastered in the 1930s. Recall 3 targeted the Cybertruck's bed trim sail applique, a decorative piece so poorly adhered it could detach at speed and become a projectile for other drivers. Recall 4, warning light fonts too small to meet federal safety standards. The kind of mistake that should be caught in pre-production testing. Yet Tesla discovered it after thousands were already on highways. Recall 5 revealed a dangerous delay in the rear-view camera. Federal law allows a maximum of 2 seconds for the view to appear when shifting to reverse. The Cybertruck took 8. That's 6 full seconds of backing up blind. Recall 6 was even more serious. A drive inverter fault capable of causing total loss of propulsion with zero warning. Imagine cruising at speed, and suddenly you're just coasting, powerless, hoping the traffic behind you reacts fast enough. Recall 7 addressed the tire pressure monitoring system, which wouldn't stay illuminated between drive cycles, meaning you might start your day with a tire quickly losing air and not know until it's too late. And then the big one, Recall 8. The sail panel, a major stainless steel body panel, can delaminate and tear away from the vehicle. Social media exploded with videos of owners literally pulling Cybertruck panels off with their bare hands. The recall covered 46,969 trucks, effectively every Cybertruck built through February 2025. 8 recalls, 15 months, a pattern, not bad luck. Because when stainless steel panels peel off, warning lights fail federal standards, propulsion cuts out without warning, and the accelerator can stick wide open. You're not dealing with an inconvenience. You're dealing with a truck that's still a prototype, only it's already on the road.
Number 2. GM trucks with 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8s, AFM and DFM, 2025. Now we get to the second worst offender, and the problem is so widespread, so expensive, and so inexcusable that it has its own class action lawsuit. GM's 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8 engines with active fuel management and dynamic fuel management are ticking time bombs. The affected vehicles list reads like GM's greatest hits, with Chevy Silverado 1500, GMC Sierra 1500, Cadillac Escalade, Chevy Tahoe, Chevy Suburban, and GMC Yukon all on the list. If you've seen a GM commercial in the last decade, there's a good chance the truck in it has this problem. Here's how it works, or doesn't work, because AFM and DFM shut down cylinders under light load to save fuel, which sounds clever, but the execution is catastrophic. The lifters, hydraulic components that open and close valves, stick, collapse, or break, and when they fail, they bend push rods. Then push rods damage the camshaft. Camshaft damage leads to complete engine failure. And the repair costs are staggering at $3,000 to $8,500, depending on how far the damage spreads. Owner forums are full of horror stories with failures at 4,000 miles, 6,000 miles, and 20,000 miles. And some owners report multiple failures, where GM replaces the bad lifters with identical lifters that fail again. The timeline makes it worse because this problem dates back to 2007 when GM introduced AFM, so 15 years. GM has known about this for 15 years and continues selling trucks with the same flawed design, and they issued a service bulletin for engines built between September 2020 and March 2021, basically admitting there's a problem. Then they kept selling trucks with those engines. A class action lawsuit was filed in August 2021 in Michigan with allegations that are damning. GM knowingly sold vehicles with defective AFM lifters, replaced defective parts with equally defective parts, and the failures can cause loss of engine power while driving, a dangerous condition.
Number 1. Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid 2025. Here it is, the worst truck you can buy right now. And the Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid has achieved something truly remarkable by being Consumer Reports' least reliable vehicle 3 consecutive years. 2022, least reliable. 2023, least reliable. 2024, least reliable with a score of 7 out of 100. 7 out of 100! Let's put that in perspective, because Consumer Reports surveys over 300,000 vehicles. They evaluate 20 different problem areas, and out of every single vehicle sold in America, cars, trucks, SUVs, everything, the PowerBoost scored worse than all of them 3 years in a row. That's not bad luck. That's not a fluke. That's a systemic failure. What's breaking? Everything. Transmission problems, climate control failures, in-vehicle electronics glitching, drive system issues, and electrical accessories failing. And here's the kicker, because the hybrid battery itself is failing. The entire reason you bought a PowerBoost, the hybrid system, is one of the least reliable parts of the truck. Some PowerBoost owners defend their trucks by arguing that many complaints aren't PowerBoost specific, but general F-150 issues. And that might be true, except Consumer Reports specifically separates the PowerBoost from standard F-150s in their ratings, and the PowerBoost scores dramatically worse. The standard F-150 is the most reliable full-size truck, according to Consumer Reports, while the PowerBoost is the least reliable vehicle, period. Performance has declined too, because a 2024 PowerBoost needs 5.6 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour, while a 2021 model did it in 5.3 seconds. The trucks weigh essentially the same, so Ford made it slower for no apparent reason. Then there's the price, where the Platinum trim jumped $8,930 for 2024 and now starts at $75,840, with as-tested prices easily exceeding $85,000. You're paying luxury car money for the worst reliability in the truck segment. The irony is almost funny, because the PowerBoost is a brilliant concept as a hybrid F-150 with 7.2 kilowatts of exportable power through Pro Power Onboard. You can run power tools on a job site, camp off-grid, even power your house in an emergency. And the feature is genuinely useful. Ford charges only $1,900 more for the PowerBoost over the standard 3.5 EcoBoost V6, so on paper, it's a no-brainer. But in reality, it's the single worst truck purchase you can make in 2025. So there you have it, with 13 trucks that will drain your wallet faster than you can say extended warranty. These aren't opinions. This is what the data shows. Consumer Reports reliability ratings, NHTSA complaint databases, class action lawsuits, and thousands of owner experiences all point to the same conclusion. So if you're considering any of these trucks, do yourself a favor and walk away. Now it's your turn, because we want to know if you've owned any of these trucks or if you dodged the bullet by avoiding them. Drop your story in the comments, and if this video saved you from making a $70,000 mistake, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next breakdown of trucks to avoid. Your wallet will thank you.